It's funny. I'm bringing you three gentlemen into this equation because facts matter. I created Agent Serco as an alter ego to combat what I saw as probably one of the vilest and most disgusting operation on the internet, run by two nefarious individuals, David Hawkins and Phil McConnell. The organisation was called Able Danger, and in its period of time from 2010 to 2018 created some of the most outrageous, outlandish claims based on no evidence, with no facts, verbalated from this gentleman here, Mr. David Charles Hawkins. Mr. Hawkins and Mr. McConnell split because of an argument which Jason had with Mr. McConnell, as in Jason Goodman, regarding Ukraine. After that, McConnell got himself involved with some other nefarious people like Timothy Holmesouth, which then got himself arrested, and he is now awaiting trial in Florida for some very nasty, nefarious things, including cyberstalking and harassing this woman called Kim Picasio. But it wasn't his first run out. I want you three gentlemen to listen to this, because it's obvious you're going to turn a blind eye. That's up to you. But that'll be your biggest mistake. You see, because this man here, Mr. David Hawkins, was the brainchild, the manufacturer of all the perverse stories and nonsense that came from there. And it's like a virus. It spreads on the internet like nothing else. Here's a classic example. The Yig, confused about SES, give me 15 minutes to make it easier. Christine Marcy is a Matrix 5 principal and the 1917 founder and de facto president of the Senior Executive Service. Oh. How about this one? Devastating. SES Serco documents pouring in from anonymous sources. Oh. How about this one? Pedogate women operatives of very high places. All these women with all this write-up comes from the perverse and twisted mind of one David Charles Hawkins, who is now associated with Jason Goodman, which is where all you three fit into the picture. Crown agencies who allegedly use paedophile, extortionist and snuff film patent tools to support man-in-the-middle attacks on leaders of an MO Matrix 5 communities. See Marcy below. Christine Marcy, Nee McConnell, de facto president of the Senior Executive Service. All of this is fake, and I have proven exactly. But I had to do this. You see, again, Able Danger, Mischief Maker snuff movie, another picture of Christine Marcy. And here is a classic one stating that this letter here shows that this email is the actual evidence that Christine Marcy surrendered to him. But it was nothing more than something to do with the estate, which is where McConnell wanted to get rid of his sister. Hawkins, on the other hand, didn't like Christine Marcy because she criticised him regarding his mental capability, as in, i.e., this guy is mentally insane. But there we have evidence that you yourself, Mr. Shipp, in this episode here where you smear me and call me a CIA operative or a operations guy, which is all based on what evidence, Mr. Shipp? Zero. But here we have Mr. McConnell, yourself, and Mr. Goodman talking about stuff to do with the SES. Well, let's go to 24 minutes and 30 seconds. Shall we go there? And shall we listen, shall we?
Your executive service, I believe. My sister was asked by George H.W. Bush and Jimmy Carter in 1978. They asked her to create something called the Senior Executive Service. And here's where I need to turn it over to Kevin, because I will...
That's right. We need to turn it over to you, Kevin. At this point here, why didn't you say, okay, do we have any evidence of that? Have you got any documentation to prove that? Can we now verify this? No. Silence. But your excuse is you were not feeling well that day. But you were well enough to cast aspersions. You see, it all boils to the fact of Jack Posobiec as well. Mr. Jack Posobiec was involved in this story as well, and the man in the green t-shirt that Mr. Goodman said was an Illuminati handler actually was Jack Posobiec's father, which shows that this is nothing more than a gossip channel, nothing to do about the facts, because facts matter. Here again, we have Charles Ortel recently with our friend Mr. Hawkins, the bloviated blowhard that completely puts out information on a word salad of nonsense, backed up with zero evidence. Factually, zero evidence. Which brings me to you, Mr. Stranahan. Because after all, you're the guy that's boasted about this impeccable record of never getting a story wrong. Not once. But here you are with Kevin Shipp, a guy that's ignored basic facts and information, and yourself, who is associated with Jason Goodman, who could turn around to him and say, excuse me, but this guy's talking a load of BS. Have you actually verified what he's saying? But oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I think somebody actually did contact you, Kevin Shipp, regarding that. And you lied about it. And you lied about it to smear another person. This is not about smearing, because facts matter, remember? Because after all, if you really want a good giggle, watch this episode and listen to the nonsense where Jason Goodman spins the story, like he tried to spin the narrative regarding Hawkins' claim that he was a forensic economist, or Hawkins' claim that he has a first-class degree in mechanical engineering from Cambridge University, which he does not. Why do we know that? Because we've exposed that, and we've actually spoken to Queen's College, Cambridge, regarding his qualifications. You see, facts matter. That is why Agent Serco has had to come out of retirement and back out onto the scene again, because it's obvious that nobody is going to actually hold these people to account. You see, Hawkins has accused people of murder, of rape, of snuff films. He's accused of some of the most incredible, ludicrous things. He is the guy that created McConnell. You see, McConnell was created through Hawkins' disinformation. So I'm going to leave you with that nice, clear thought to know that now all of you will be targeted by me, because I will be finding a way to get this information to you, because I don't hold Twitter anymore, because I think it's a disgusting place. But I will find a way of putting this information so that your followers can actually see it, and your people can actually see what's going on, and they can then ask you, is this true? Is what this guy's saying about the facts? Because facts matter.